Hi, welcome back to the South Mountain Laveen Chamber of Commerce Around the Mountain podcast. Super excited to be here today. I have the two co-hosts of the Coffee with the Cop, Richard and AJ. We're going to be talking to you about why you would want to come and what we're doing when we're there. So why don't we start with Richard? What is Coffee with a Cop?
Well, it's community engagement with the surrounding neighborhoods and communities, and anybody that would like to join, far or abroad.
Okay, so who do we have there? We have the City of Phoenix Police, we have the City of Phoenix, we have Neighborhood Services, we have all the block watches, okay? And why is it so important to have the block watches there?
It's important to have the block watches there the different block watches. It's important to have the different block watches because they bring the knowledge from their community, their neighbors. Yeah. They bring their concerns, their what's going on in the neighborhood, far as good or bad. You could be having an event, they could be having yard sales, they can be doing fundraisers, things of that nature. So community engagement is something that we really strive for.
Yeah, so the bottom line is we have all the elected officials from the City of Phoenix and all of the block watches, all of the active community members that are there. And it's great because now you have 2 hours really for the community members to tell the City of Phoenix what their challenges are, and then for the City of Phoenix to talk about all the great programming that exists. So, AJ, you've gone to a couple of meetings now. What are the highlights for you? I mean, you're a business member, and as the on the board of the South Mountain Laveen Chamber of Commerce, we say we care about safety. Right. How does this meeting help with community safety?
Yeah, I mean, I think it creates a bridge from the community to law enforcement. I think sometimes people feel like they're not heard, and I think this is an opportunity for people to express their interests, some of the experiences that they're having. And I think, the great thing about bringing block watches together is, we're all looking out for each other. And I think law enforcement can only be in so many places. And it sets up, an organization with authority who care about the safety of their community to kind of watch out for each other. And, it's open dialogue. You get to learn new information. You get to meet new individuals. I think it's just, bringing people together is kind of, one of the biggest value adds that the Chamber tries to do.
Yeah, and we've addressed a lot in the 4 years since we've started this. One of the key issues we talked about when we first started was catalytic converter theft, and then we talked about the right to arrest and or the authority to arrest and other issues that are surrounding businesses within the South Mountain Laveen area. But the big thing really is just to have that open and honest communication and dialogue because I'm really proud of this. The South Mountain Laveen Chamber of Commerce started a new initiative where the City of Phoenix actually took this pilot program and pushed it out across the city, and that's where the City of Phoenix Police are working hand in hand with neighborhood services in order to help homeless people in our area. And really, it's to counsel, it's to develop a relationship, but it's to make sure they have services. Richard, a big question for you is you're both a community member and a business owner. What does this mean to you as a business owner? What have you learned as a business owner as far as safety going to these meetings?
Well, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about the laws and what we can and can't do, and just the education behind it, having the interaction with the officers and having that close relationship and connection with them. It's like you want them to know you, whether you have a concern or not a concern. It's just, sometimes they stop by and just to say hi, or say hello, anything we can help you with, any concerns, questions. So I love, participating in Coffee with the Cop, and everybody's welcome to join,
So first of all, I'd be remiss if I didn't shout out our sponsors. Red Velvet Bakery has been bringing coffee and cupcakes for, I think, 3 years. And right now, Scooters is joined the fray, and they're bringing coffee as well. So yeah, what you're saying is really important. As a business owner, you can come to these meetings, find out what programs exist. You can find out what's going on within your neighborhood. So there's lots of advice. What about you, AJ? What benefit do you see as a community member going to these meetings? So it benefits not only businesses, but we have a lot of block watches there and just concerned citizens. What are some of the things that you've seen addressed at these meetings that you think are a great value to our community?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think, I grew up at 51st and Dobbins, and we use that 51st and Baseline intersection all the time. And I think it was great information at our last meeting, getting informed about, what actions the officers are taking to clean up, some of the issues with the homelessness and, drug use that we've kind of observed, passing through. And it gave us confidence that, there are people who are, spending time to resolve the issue, and that's not just going to be an ongoing thing. And it made it really, personal to know that, these are individuals who unfortunately are not in the best, circumstances or situations in their life, but they are people. And, I think it's, important to have the right mentality as we are interacting with them. But, as community members, we do want our streets to be clean. We do want our children to be safe. And I think the officers gave us confidence that they're doing everything in their power, to resolve the issue. And I think, they definitely informed us as well about the importance of, calling into them and informing them about what we're seeing, because there's only so many of them. So they do get a lot of feedback from us. And as community leaders, they rely on us to let them know where they need to be sometimes. And, they might make improvements one week, but, things resurface, over time, and just keeping them up to date on activities in the area. Like I said, they can only be in one place at a time. So I think it's been good.
Yeah, and honestly, if you look at the Coffee with a Cop, you guys do a great job. But really, it's kind of the tip of the spear. Really, you have probably 15 to 20 different block watch captains or presidents there, and they're communicating with their neighborhood, which is a great thing. I know as a Chamber of Commerce, we've also partnered a lot with the block watches to pass along their information and events, but to also to go to their gain events as well too. City of Phoenix actually supports all of the different block watches by providing them with funding to do different events. You did bring up something really important though, AJ. It's basically the police officers have told us several times that if you're in a community and you see something happen, do not report it to Facebook. I don't know if you guys know this or not, you guys do. The police do not monitor Facebook for crimes. So what they're saying and what you've said over and over again is if you see something, report it. And the reason you report it is they actually use that data for staffing. So if you're out there and you're not reporting crimes, if you're not reporting things that are going on in your neighborhood, it's not only you not supporting your neighbors or local businesses, you're also not getting that information to the city of Phoenix to the people that can actually help it. So as far as the Coffee with a Cop, I know that you guys are going to change the format a little bit. What are some of the things you're going to do at the next Coffee with a Cop?
So the next Coffee with the Cop, we've partnered with.
I think we're having dinner, right?
Yeah, we're having.
So yeah, I can help out. At our next meeting, we're actually going to offer a dinner. We know it's a dinner time for a lot of individuals who join us, and we don't want to leave people hungry. So we're actually partnering with Senor Arturo's. They provide a great quality and authentic green chili distribution product. So we'll actually have nachos where we'll serve the green chili on top of the nachos, and then in addition to the coffee as well. So trying to make sure that we're taking care of some of our members of the chamber, and giving them opportunities to market their company, while also making sure the attendees have a great experience as well.
So do you have a history with this company that's providing dinner?
A little bit. It's actually my dad's company. He launched it about a year ago, and he's currently in Del Monte Market off of 27th Avenue in Dobbins. It's one of the best products that I've had. Very easy, quick and go type of meal. Comes with 5 servings. It comes frozen, so you don't have to eat it right away. But it is very flavorful, very authentic, cooked with passion, and very family oriented. So we'd love for you guys to try it if you have a chance to stop by.
So this is great because now we have 3 family businesses that are 1 franchise, but 2 family businesses that are going to be providing the food. We have Red Velvet Bakery, we have Scooters, and what's the name of your dad's business?
Senor Arturo's.
Senor Arturo's. I haven't been going to those meetings, but I think that's something I'm going to have to circle back to. So I know that one of the pieces of feedback for Coffee with a Cop was to share the data, which the community officers are going to be doing. Do you want to talk a little bit about that, Richard, as far as what data they're going to be sharing with the group at the next meeting?
Yeah, so it was brought to our attention that that the data needs to come out more often and more frequently, and that's something that we're on top of right now. It's new for me. I've only been doing it for 2 months, so we had great leadership in the past. So reaching out to them to see how they did it, what time of day, the frequency, and things of that nature. So it's a learning process for me.
Yeah, and it's really important too when you look at those statistics. You see a number, you might think it's high, but what we're telling people too is, it could very well be high, but take a look at it was last month or last year to kind of see the impact of some of these programs. I know that when the City of Phoenix worked together with City Council and the mayor and neighborhood services, we saw a dramatic decline in the number of homeless that were taking services. I think when we started, we only had 5% of the people that were approached to actually select service. By the end, 75% were either selecting services or being incarcerated. So that was a huge movement away, and I think up to 40% actually elected for free services. So we're happy about that as well too. The big thing about the Coffee with a Cop too is you also have other community organizations there, like churches, other groups that want to pitch in as well too. Are there any of those that you guys wanted to highlight? No.
I mean, I think it's just we're all community, and I think community is what you make it. And I think we're all vested in making sure that, we sustain the growth that Laveen and South Mountain is experiencing right now. And I think that heavily involves our law enforcement. It's see something, say something type of attitude. And, we just want to be inclusive in making sure that our community and our neighborhoods are safe.
So the big message I think I'm hearing from both you guys is show up, be part of the conversation, because this is not a 2-hour lecture from Richard. It's basically 30 minutes of updates, and then you actually have the opportunity to speak face to face to the chief in your area, to district council 7 and 8. Right. So you have the opportunity to tell them face to face, not through an assistant, what's going on within the community. Is there anything, Richard, that you're looking forward to at the next meeting, or anything you want to see addressed, or what were you thinking?
Like I said, I'm new to this, so it's a learning process for me. But I just like the engagement, the different businesses, the different people we have met along the way. I mean, such as you two. And I just love the engagement, because it's like you have one perception of the police and then you see another perception of it. So it's like, come out and join, not, see the different sides. Not everything you hear is good. Not everything you hear is bad. Sometimes coming to something like this, you can learn a lot. You learn a lot about the businesses, what they're involved in, what their beliefs are, and you might align with that. That might work for you and your family, or, so I always say, come out, you can learn a lot,
And honestly, that is a good segue too, because when we first started doing this, there was a lot of hard feelings towards certain companies that they weren't doing enough within the community. And they had the opportunity to come to these meetings and talk about how they're changing their fence, their landscaping, how they're working with the City of Phoenix. So it changed my perception on a lot of the businesses that we thought, they don't care about safety, but they really do, and they're doing a lot within the community. What about you, AJ? Is there anything that you're looking forward to in the next upcoming meetings?
I'll just love to stay informed. I think, 51st and Baseline has been a focus. I think we've made tremendous progress, and they've been active and, making sure that they're responding to all of the claims and the reports that they receive. But I think just continuing to grow. I think more people need to be involved. More people need to understand what's going on in their community so they can be someone who can add value. And, just continue the growth and sharing the resources.
So for me, a closing message, and I'm going to give my two colleagues the opportunity to share as well too, but I just encourage you to show up to the meeting. You will have the opportunity, the very first meeting, to talk to an elected official, to share your concerns. And probably, like AJ said, the other great thing too is Richard said, I think, you're going to learn what other people are doing. So there's a lot of people that have similar problems, and there's a lot of great solutions out there too. And what we're finding, yes, the police have a role to play, the City of Phoenix has a role to play, but so does the community. And we all need to engage and be involved in order to help each other out to make sure our community's safe. So any closing thoughts?
Yeah, closing costs. I look forward to you guys coming out and joining us. We'll have all the information for the website, and I believe it's Joe. If you can help me out.
Yeah, if you go to the South Mountain Laveen Chamber of Commerce website, It's South Mount Laveen Chamber of Commerce.com. And check us out. All of our information about our upcoming meetings is there, and you can subscribe to the website. You, of course, can join if you're a business. We also have friends of the chamber. You can join as well.
Last thoughts. I mean, I think we just look forward to being there with you. It's much stronger when we're all together and sharing information, staying up to date on things. You might, help somebody that you may not know right now. And then just listening to new perspectives, understanding how approachable the law enforcement are. They're just like us, but they've taken on responsibility to keep us safe. And I think having a relationship there is very important. So look forward to you.
So I think the common theme is come out and be part of the solution with us. Don't think that you can't do it. When you are disenfranchised, when you feel hopeless, that's when things go into the direction you don't want them to go. So come be part of our group, share from our resources and our leadership within the community. We'd love to see you. Hope to see you next time.